Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Timmy Skin Glow, and on this channel we do everything skincare. Thank you for stopping by. If this is your first time of visiting this channel, you are welcome to our skincare family. Here we do everything skincare, simple DIY, product reviews, product recommendation, and of course I share tips and tricks with you here to help you glow effortlessly. Please click on the subscribe button to be part of our skincare family. And also click on the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Don't forget to follow us on social media platforms. We are on Instagram, on TikTok, on Thread, and on Facebook as Timmy Skin Glow. Thank you for following us. Yes, so today I'm going to talk about common mistakes made by new skincare formulators. I will be sharing with you 10 common mistakes made by new skincare formulators, and of course, how to overcome those mistakes. Don't forget, we offer skincare training on natural skincare formulation. There, everything is made from scratch. We also have ebook on natural skincare formulation. But when you train with us, you get the ebook for free. We also have ebooks on pro mixing, ebooks on whitening base cream. In the whitening base cream ebook, we have 5 types of formulas for whitening base cream made from scratch. And that base cream is multi-purpose, so you can use it to make both facial products and body products. Isn't that amazing? We also have ebooks on whitening oils and serum, recommended whitening oils and serums that you can use for pro-mixing both facial products and body products. So if you're interested, send me a WhatsApp message via the number on the screen. Thank you. Now, our products are also available. Timmy Skin Glow products are readily available for delivery, and we deliver worldwide. Distance is not a barrier. We deliver straight to your doorstep. Our products are very effective and they are affordable. So are you a skincare formulator? This video is for you. Please watch till the end. You are going to learn something. I have been training for the past 7 years. I've been into skincare training since 2016. I've been training people since 2016. So I have enough experience to share with you in this video. And my reason for doing this video today is because of recent experience with new skincare formulators I have trained in the past weeks. So number one, common mistake made by new skincare formulators. When I say new skincare formulators, I mean, will I say beginners, but people who go into skincare formulation and they are new into the system, they are new into skincare formulation, okay? They don't have experience, they don't have real experience in formulation. They started recently. So that's what I refer to as new skincare formulators, people who started formulating their product recently. Number one common mistake is fear. If you have fear in you, you will not be able to work with the formulas you have. You will not be able to produce, you will not be able to formulate effective products. If you have fear from past experience, maybe you have trained with, now this video is general, whether you train with Timmy Skin Glow, whether you train with other brands, whether you are using my recipe or you got ebook from someone else. This is a video for everyone. So this mistake is for everyone who is new into skincare formulation. These are some of the common mistakes they make. Number one, fear. If you have fear in you, you will not be able to try out new things. You will not be able to try out new recipes. You will not be able to try out new formulas. So take away fear, overcome your fears, okay? Be positive, be optimistic. Try new things. Be ready to try new formulas. Be ready to take the bold step. You have taken the bold step to get the ebook. You have taken the bold step to register for skincare class. So what is stopping you from formulating? Why are you scared that, oh, maybe my formulation will not go well, it will not work for me, I will not get the result? Or maybe you're even saying, I'm not sure this recipe will work. You have not formulated yet. There are so many people like that. You have a formula with you, you have not produced yet, you have not done your practical, you have not tested the product, but you are already having the belief that this is not going to work. You haven't formulated before. This is your first time. So why not try it and see what happens? Okay, overcome fear. Take away fear from you. Take away fear from you. Make that bold step. Start your formulation. Okay, the first step is to start the practical. It's one thing to have a very good recipe and another thing to do the practical, to produce what you have there. So that's number one common mistake most new skincare formulators do. Take that fear away from you. You have your formula, why not start production? Why not start practical? Number 2, understanding your skincare ingredients. Okay, I have my key point listed here, so I'm looking down to get the key point, and then so I can easily elaborate on it. So not understanding the skincare ingredient and following the usage rate. When you don't use your ingredient rightly, it will not give you the right result. Okay, it's one thing to have the ingredient listed out there. Okay, for producing a facial cream, you need your your facial cream base, you need your oil, you need your serum, and you need your powders. Now, if you don't understand the ingredient number one and how to follow the usage rate, then that product will not work for you. So that's another mistake most new skincare formulator make. They do not understand the ingredient they are working with, and they don't know how to follow the usage rate. Okay, so that is what I call incorrect use of product, incorrect use of ingredient. Every product has its own usage rate. Every product has its own pH. Okay, and every product I'm referring to ingredient now, every ingredient has its own usage rate. Every ingredient has its own pH. Every ingredient has its own solubility. I've talked about this in previous videos where I talk about ingredient, their usage rate, solubilities, properties, and pH. So you cannot use one fit all. You cannot use the same pH for Kojic Deep, for your maybe Snow White powder or your Alpha Button. You cannot use the same pH for facial cream for your whitening, for your black soap. Do you get? Now, I'm giving you an example. Ingredients have their own usage rates, their probabilities, their properties, their solubility, and their pH. So you cannot compare the ingredient you are using in your black soap. You cannot compare the pH of that black soap to the ingredient you are using in your facial cream. You cannot compare the pH. Your black soap can have a pH of 8. You cannot say, okay, because the pH of my black soap is 8, so the pH of my facial cream should be pH 8. No. You cannot say, okay, because the pH of my facial cream is 4.5, so the pH of my black soap should be pH 8. No. Always work with instruction. Always follow your ebook. Always follow the formulas you were given in your skincare classes. Okay? So learn how to work with. If you cannot study and master the ingredient and the properties, pH, solubility, and their usage rate, then write them down. So before you start any production, first you look at the ingredients you are working with. If you are working with Snow White powder, you are working with Alpha Button, you are working with Giga White, what is the pH of these three? If they have different pH, you look at the one they have in common. If you say, okay, kojic acid can work in maybe pH 3 to pH 5 or 6, and you're using Giga White, and say, okay, it can work in pH 3 to pH 5. Now you can see in between 3 to 6, we have 3, 4, 5. So you have to look at what they have in common. Okay, let's make it at pH 4 or pH 4.5. And then that's what I mean by understanding your ingredient. So that's number 2. Number 1, overcome your fears. Number 2, understand your ingredient and their usage rate. Number 3, eagerness to achieve rapid results. This is a very common mistake most new skincare formulators are making. They have sweet formulas, good recipes, but they are eager to achieve quick results. And by this is the process they start abusing ingredients. If, for example, in your ingredient you have, okay, now let me talk about serum. Let me not use powders. Okay, in your recipe you have rapid whitenizer serum, you have pigment dose serum there, and you have glutathione skin whitening serum there. And you, in that recipe or in that formula, you have usage rates where you are supposed to use rapid whitenizer at 5%. You are supposed to use pigment dose at 2%. You're supposed to use glutathione at 3%. But because you are eager to have quick results, you want to start seeing results within 2-3 days, you now overshoot the usage rate. Now, instead of using 3% of pimento, you on your own double it to maybe 4%, or even use one whole bottle, or double it. No, you don't do it that way. Don't be too eager to achieve result. Don't be too eager to achieve rapid result. Just go slow and steady. Follow the formulas as it's given to you. Follow the usage rate as it's stated there for each of the ingredients. That is how to have good results. So please don't be too eager to achieve rapid results. Calm down, follow it, and you achieve a very good result without any skin condition or without any side effect. So this is one common mistake I have noticed with new skincare formulators. They tend to alter the formulas you give to them because they are eager to achieve rapid results. Please, if you are fond of doing that, do not do to be kind to your skin. Stop doing that, okay? Because in the long run, it's your skin that will suffer it. If you are abusing it, you are using too much, more than you should use, it will tell on your skin. So please learn to follow your formulas, learn to follow the instruction, learn to follow the stated usage rate of your ingredient. Number 4, failure to document formulations. I always tell my students in my skincare class, before you start any production, the first thing you should do is sit down, get a notepad, get a calculator, write down your formulas, write down the date of that formulation, write down the product you are making, write down the batch size you are making, list down all the ingredients, do the necessary conversion, and do the necessary percentage conversion, and then at the end of everything, put the pH of that product. That is called formulation table. So if you do not document your formulation, when your products start having issues, you will not be able to reconcile and know exactly where the problem is coming from. When you document your formulation, it will be easy to trace. Maybe if you produce a batch in January and you sold it out during January, and at the end of January or first week of February, you're having some kind of complaints from customers. The easiest way for you to know what the cause of that problem is in that particular batch of product, it's by reflecting, it's by going back to check your formulation table. Formulation table should not scare you. The word is not so big, it should not scare you. Formulation table means a table or a document that contains the product description. Product description now, I mean, okay, I'm making a whitening black soap. So the product description is whitening black soap. Your formulation table should contain the date of production. So if your production is 5th today, you say 5th February 2024, whitening black soap, ingredient, you put the column, list all the ingredient that is going into that production, into that product. Another column, you list the conversion. So you now put the percentage, so you know which percentage you use for each of the ingredients, whether you made a mistake. You write your percentage on a column, and you go to another column where you have to put the grams. That's where you convert. So that's where you can go and then check again. Did I make mistakes in my conversion, my percentage conversion? Oh, you can now go and see, oh, I made a mistake here. Oh, I omitted this ingredient. Oh, I did this, I did that. Oh, I forgot to add preservative. Oh, I forgot to check the pH of that product. Oh, I did not balance the pH of that product. That is where you now go and reconcile and see, and then you can trace where the problem is coming from. So as a skincare formulator, the first thing you should do before starting your formulation, before you start mixing, putting your base and measuring anything, make sure you have all your formulation documented. I hope you understand this. I'm going to try as much as possible to be fast because I don't want the video to be too long. Now, number 5, making large batches as a new formulator. Making huge batch of product. You are starting your formulation for the very first time. You don't know if you will get it right. You don't know if you will not balance your pH well at the end of the day. You don't know if maybe there's something you will not do well. There's something you will not do right. And you've gotten your formula from Timmy Skin Glow. The first thing you're doing now is to jump into large production. I know you have the 100% confidence in me and my formulas that they're effective. But I don't know if you are going to follow the instruction very well. Are you going to follow the temperature? If this one say, okay, dissolve, and then temperature should be at 60 degrees Celsius, are you going to follow those instructions? Because if you get one wrong, it's likely to affect the whole product. I'm not saying the formula is not good. The formula is good, but please don't start with large batch of products. Don't start with large batch of production. Get your production, start with small quantity. You can start with as little as 100 gram of production. You can start with as little of 100 gram of face cream, as little as 200 gram of body lotion. So you don't end up wasting your ingredient and wasting your money at the end of the day. New skincare formulators, please do not be in a hurry to start producing large batch of products. Start it with a small quantity and make sure you get everything right at the end of the day. Do it the first time, do it the second time, do it the third time before you start producing in large quantity. Okay? So that is that for number 5. Number 6, not understanding when a preservative is likely required. Not understanding when a particular preservative is required. We have different types of preservative and they work differently. We have Optifen, we have Optifen Plus, we have Liquid Germa Plus, we have different types. Now, how do you know when to use a particular type of preservative? For example, Optifen is a preservative that works at a certain pH. So if your pH, you're doing a product that the pH is below pH 6, Optifen may not be the best option for you. So you can see it's not just about getting the ingredient and measuring and then you mix. Oh, I've started formulation, you do, and then you package and start selling. No. These things have details. These things have secrets you must understand. Optifen, there's a time you should use Optifen and there's a time you should not use Optifen. There's a time you should use Optifen Plus. Optifen Plus, most time, if you go through my formulas, you see the common preservative I use are Optifen Plus and Liquid Germa Plus. Optifen Plus is very good because it can work well in any product pH. Whether it's pH 1, pH 2, pH 3, pH 4, 5, 6, it will work well for you. But Optifen does not work that way. Okay? So you should know when to use pH, when to use a certain preservative. And why I'm saying this is because most times when I give formulas to students, they go and then they start altering the product, they start altering the formulas, they start altering the ingredient. Okay, maybe I wrote there, use Optifen Plus. You go and use your own discretion to change it and use something else. This is the issue I always have with most students. And I always tell them, please, I'm always here. What will it cost you to send a WhatsApp message? What will it cost you to send a voice note? To ask me and seek my permission to say, okay, please, this is not available. This seller does not have this. Don't allow your sellers to convince you and persuade you to change ingredients just because they want to sell. Some ingredient sellers, when you tell them you need a particular ingredient, because they don't have it, they will persuade you to get something else they have because they want to make sales. That is one mistake most new skincare formulators are making. So I tell my students, if you alter my formula, then please know that you are not using my formula anymore and you are responsible for whatever outcome that product will be to you. Whatever result that product will give to you, it's your own. Give that formula, give that product, give that formula a different name. It's no more my formula. It's no more Timix Skin formula. I always tell them that. I always emphasize this. If you must change any ingredient, let me know first. You are new into skincare formulation. You cannot start product customization yet. You haven't mastered the art of formulation. You have not mastered the ingredient, their properties, and how they work, their compatibility. So why are you altering the ingredient? That's one common mistake most new skincare formulators do. So please desist from that. If you follow this simple key points, trust me, you start seeing improvement in your formulation and results in your product. So please learn to understand the different ingredients and when to use them. Number 7, ingredient with no supplier data. If you are using a particular ingredient and you do not have the supplier data on that ingredient, okay, how are you going to know, for example, when the product is made, when it's produced, and when it's supposed to expire? You need information of the production date of your ingredient. You need information of the expiration date of your ingredient. You need this information. Even up to your powders. There are different suppliers of Giga White. There are different suppliers of Snow White powder. There are different suppliers of Alpha. But then these suppliers have, sometimes you see the package and then you see the pH listed there. Okay, a particular powder can work within a pH of maybe 3 to 6. Okay, like I always say. Some suppliers will state it there in the package. This will work at pH 4. Now, if you don't have that detail, you don't have that data, you don't have that information, how will you know how to balance that product pH very well? Even though the ingredient on its own has a general usage rate, solubility, and pH. So these informations are very important. And I thought of sharing it with you today. Okay? Please do not take this information for granted. So these informations are so important. Number 8, jumping into selling products without testing them. This is another common mistake most new skincare formulator make. If you are producing something, please try to, that was why I said earlier on that you should not jump into producing large batch of products. Start small. Start producing maybe with 200 grams, 300 or 400 at most. This is the stage, this is also the time you should test that product. Formulating does not mean formulating and selling immediately. It does not mean once you formulate, you should push it into the market immediately. No. Test it, try it out. Is it acne product? Test it and see if it's working. Test to see if this, in your formulation table as well, this is where you should document, and there's something I always call it. Apart from listing out your ingredient, everything you have there, you should also put a note there. When you use this product, what did you notice? What is expected? Okay, this product targets facial redness. That's where you put it there. Or if when you use this product, you notice redness for a few days, maybe 2-3 days, you are going to state it there. So by the time customers start coming to you with such complaint, you now tell them, oh yes, this is necessary, this is normal. You will only notice it for 2 days, few days, but in the end, it's going to work. So in 2 to 3 weeks, you should see this result in 2 to 3 weeks. And this is it. Like my acne cleanser, when customers use it, they notice dryness when they use the cleanser. That's why my acne set goes with a facial soap, acne cleanser, and a facial cream. So when they come and say, I'm using the acne cleanser and the acne soap, I'm noticing dryness on my face, I tell them, yes, it's normal. But you are going to overcome this in a few days. And please always use the facial cream. It helps to moisturize your face and take care of the dryness. That is also reflecting in my formulation table. So use your product, test it so you know what to expect. When people come with certain complaint or certain observation, you tell them, oh yes, this is normal, but it will go away. Now this is what you should do. Oh, so sometimes when some customers come with, oh, my face is getting red. For some sensitive skin, when you use my acne soap and cleanser, it will give you, you may notice some kind of redness, but it's just for a few days. Do you know why? That's because I always tell them, for the soap, when you wet your face, rub the soap everywhere, all over the face, on affected area, allow it to lie that way and leave it for a few minutes. So by the time customer come to me and say, oh, I'm noticing redness on my face, I tell them, have you been doing the leave-on process? Leave-on process means you're leaving the soap on for a few minutes. They'll say yes. I'll say, okay, please do not do the leave-on process anymore. Just do wash off. Wash directly with the soap, use the cleanser after shower, and then rub the facial cream. And 2-3 days, they'll come back to me and say, oh, the redness is gone. That is because I understand my product. I know how it works. So you should be confident when you do your formulation, test your product, know how it works. So when customers come to you, you know, yes, you know what to tell them, and you know what you have to tell them, what to expect and what to do. So when you produce, test your product. If my siblings will tell you, when I started my production years ago, my body, let me use the Nigerian language, my body so shaggy. I was doing the testing on my skin. Anything I do, I must test it. I want to have first-hand experience. I don't, because I'm scared of giving people product to try actually. Because I don't want anybody to have skin issue and say, "Oh, your soap did this, your cream did this to me." So I've always been scared of that from the beginning. So I use my body to test. I test everything on my skin and I give it to close family members, because everybody's skin is not different. I want to see how it's reacting on this person, how it's reacting on this, and how it's working on this person. So when you start formulation new, that is not the time to start selling. That is the time to start testing. Test your product before you jump into selling. Number 9, working with incomplete ingredients. This is mostly for new beginners. They always do this. And my student, my students that always do this, I tell them, please don't do this again. Before you start your production, don't be in a hurry to produce. Before you start your production, make sure you have 100% of your ingredient. Make sure you have purchased everything. Don't come at them that, oh, please. Because sometimes they will come and say, oh, the product is not working. I'll say, that's not possible. Do you know why it's not possible? Because I am the type of person that sell what I use. Most of you don't know, if you have gotten my ebooks, those products I give, those formulas I give to you, those are my Egyptian mix formula. Those are my Irish whitening face cream formula. That's my half cast facial cream. That's my half cast body lotion. That's my super whitening black soap. So why are you telling me it's not working for you? So when they come, I will just laugh because I'm not the type of person that will give you formulas that I have not used or that I am not using. I give you formulas I am using. So I'll tell them, okay, please be honest with me. And some of these people are not honest at all. They'll tell you, oh, I used it. I did not change anything. I did not alter anything. I followed exactly, but deep down in their hearts, they know they are lying. And I know when they are lying because that is what is working for me. That is what is working for other students that come to give me feedback that, oh, my customer love this. Oh, this did this for me. And I feel excited when my students come to me with such reviews. So, madam, why is your own different? So after enough interrogation, they'll say, oh, actually, I did not see this one. So I used this one in place of this one. Oh, this one is missing. I did not put this one in the formula. I said, please, why are you doing that? You just wasted that money for that production because it will not give you the result you have to get. As a matter of fact, that is not my formula anymore. That is your own formula. So put your name there. Mrs. Ikeshi formula, not Miss King formula. So do not omit any ingredient. Don't be in a hurry to produce, please. Make sure you get all your ingredients done. You have seen everything 100% complete, and then you start production. Not because you want to whiten and now you have a whitening formula. Oh, you straight away you buy, and you don't have some of them, but you start production immediately. It will not work for you. The person who gave you that formula wrote down that formula for a purpose. It's from experience. So why are you omitting it? If you know what to do, then why did you go for the class? Why did you register for the class? If you already know what to buy and what to mix, why did you purchase the ebook? So please be kind to yourself. You have spent money to get ebooks. You have spent money for classes. Why not follow the formulas you are given? So please work with complete ingredients. Stop doing incomplete ingredients to save cost. Some of you, because you don't want to spend so much, maybe at the end of the day, if you see the ingredient cost is 100,000 or 80,000 or 30,000 or 40 or 20, you'll be like, oh, this is too much. Okay, let me omit this, omit this, omit this. I think I can work with these few ones. No, you cannot work with it. It will not give you the desired result. So please, skincare is money. Make sure you have the money for your ingredient and before you start production. And last but not the least, number 10 is replacing ingredients. Remember number 9, I said omitting. Omitting means subtraction, avoiding some ingredient, not using the whole complete ingredient. Number 10 is replacing ingredients, substituting ingredients. Don't do that. You are not a professional. You are new into skincare formulation. Follow the recipe and the formula the professional has given to you. Okay? If you start replacing ingredients, just know you're not going to get 100% the desired result you're supposed to get. I tell my people, like a student I chatted with recently, I think she got my ebook 2 weeks ago and she has started producing and using the product as well. But she came to me and said, oh, the product is not working for me. Oh, the product is not, in fact, I don't know if it was her or her sister. The person sent us a DM on Instagram, and the lady said, the fake accounts, when they do this thing, they do it with fake accounts. The person came and she said, oh, you sold fake ebook to my sister. I will soon call you out. I will soon start dragging you. In my mind, I was like, why haven't you started dragging us already? We need the publicity, please. Because when you drag us and people come to our page, they'll see what other students are saying. That you are going to, at least we need the publicity, please drag us. In my mind though, but I did not reply that DM. The highlight is there. The reviews are there. Feedback from other students are there, from South Africa, from Ghana, from Cameroon, from US, from UK, from Canada, from Germany, even from France. I even train people in different language. I use Google Translator to teach them. And they've come back to say, this is working. Oh, thank you. I did this. I gave it to my sister. If you go there, you see a lady in Cameroon that used our natural skincare acne treatment. She produced it. She used it for herself and her daughter. It really cleared the before and after pictures are there. It cleared everything on the face. Another one did our pro mixing. That one worked. Recently, another girl in Nigeria, she used our. Most people don't send feedback, but the ones that really send, I appreciate them a lot. God bless you very much. God bless you truly. Another recent one, she sent her before and after picture. Her skin lighting so well. In fact, people have been DMing me since I posted that review on my Instagram page. The review is there. So, madam, why is your own not working? It was now later she opened up to me and said, she got a promising ebook, and in the facial cream recipe where she was supposed to use extra white oil, that oil I talked about in my previous video. I talked about the Afghans oil, X white Afghans oil, and the facial oil. In the place I wrote the X white facial oil 2, she's supposed to use 2 of that. She went and she replaced that X white oil with I think she replaced it with golden face beauty make lotion. Was it the lotion she replaced it, or with the facial cream? Something like that. The difference was huge because I was shocked when she later opened up to me. I said, how does this even relate? How does it harmonize? How does it tally that in place of oil you're using a facial cream? She was not telling me, hey, it's the facial cream I wrote there. She did not tell anything, that she followed it strictly. I had to go and screenshot the ebook and circle it for her that, look, that thing you're talking about is not an ingredient in this place. So I did not mention that at all. That was when she calmed down and she said, oh, sorry. Oh, no, madam, I'm sorry. I think I did not see it well. Please, when you want to start formulation, make sure you see things well, because any slight mistake will affect the end result. So imagine I think that product was a large batch of product for sale. You don't make sure you're in your right state of mind before you start formulation. Make sure you are in your right frame of mind before you start production. Sometimes when I'm stressed, I don't even produce at all, because I cannot even do it. I don't do it when I'm stressed. I make sure I'm okay, I'm calm, I'm in my right senses and my right frame of mind. Do not make such mistake. Do not replace ingredients just as you like, or based on your seller says, oh, this one is not there. You can Nigerian sellers, they are good at that. They'll tell you, oh, this one is not available. You can use this one, take this one is good. And because they're in the market, you just buy immediately without even asking. Okay? Like my people, I always tell them, my students, please always talk to me. Send me WhatsApp message. Don't call. Because I may be busy, I may be in a meeting, I may be somewhere. I cannot pick your call immediately. But you see WhatsApp, once the message drop immediately, I will reply you immediately. I tell them, always talk to me. If a particular ingredient is not available, talk to me. I am in the best position to recommend something else for you, because I've been in this business for years. I know what is good. I know what to substitute for any ingredient. Like for whitening product alone, whitening lotion, I have multiple recipes for whitening lotion, and to give results. So I can easily recommend something else for you. But as beginners, please do not recommend. So whether you train with Temi Skin Glow or with another skincare brand, always reach out to whoever you trained with or whoever gave you ebook. Tell them, oh, this is not available. What can I use in place of this? Don't use your own discretion. Another thing the lady did that surprised me, she got golden face beauty mix serum. I'll put a picture on the screen for you. It's a concentrated serum. She poured the whole of that serum in our facial cream recipe. In fact, when she, after the whole back and forth, when she finally opened up and started telling me things, when I saw that message, I was really disappointed. I did not reply her again for that day because I was mad at her. But the next day, I responded to her and told her what to do and recommended what to do. Sometimes when students do things like this, it just kill my spirit. I took time to compile my ebook and then I gave it to you. You purchase it. You could communicate to me to say, "Oh, I need your ebook and this." So what stopped you from reaching out to me to say this is not available, please? What can I use in place of this? A lot of students do that. They tend to omit products. They tend to replace product ingredients as they like. The same thing in natural skincare formulation. A lot of people do that. A lot of students, they tend to replace powders. Oh, I did not see this powder. I had to use this. Do you know some ingredients are not compatible together? They are not, some ingredients are not compatible. I've talked about this in previous video. I'll put the link in the description box for you. This video is already getting too long. So please take note of all the key points I have shared in this video. It's really going to help you, whether you are into skincare formulation now or you tend to go into skincare formulation in the future or tomorrow or whatever. Please, this video is really going to help you. Save this video somewhere, share the link, save it somewhere so you can always fall back to this. Okay, I hope you find it interesting. If you have any question, please let me hear from you in the comment section. You can get my ebooks, register for the skincare class, and the good thing about training with me is that you have a lifetime support. You can always talk to me whenever you have questions or whenever you start your skincare formulation. A lot of you don't know that. You can always come to me. I tell them what you should also avoid as a new skincare formulator. Don't just take your recipe and then you go. You don't communicate, you don't relate, the relationship is not there, you don't communicate, you try to do things on your own. Even when you are getting it wrong, you keep doing it on your own to try to know. If you are getting it wrong, you are not getting your result. Reach out, communicate, send a mail or send a WhatsApp message. This is not working out. And then I'll be able to say, oh, send me a formulation table. I'll look at it and see where the error is, where the mistake is, and immediately I'll point it out to you and say, do it this way, do it this way. Finally, work with original ingredient. Make sure you get original ingredient. It's very, very important. Okay, skincare vendors, new skincare formulators, don't be in a hurry to get cheap ingredients somewhere. No, make sure you're getting the right ingredient. If you have original ingredient you are working with, your formula will not stress you out. But once you produce and start using it, you start seeing the glow up. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next video. Bye, guys.